Hello everyone, how are you? Hey, no weapon on the challenge, season 41, episode 3, week 3. TJ brings everybody into the weekly challenge area. It's a racetrack. So everybody's thought, okay, we're gonna be racing, right? And he said, before we get to the challenge, it's time to switch it up, new partners. He said, how you came in standings of the last challenge is the order you'll pick your new partners. So, 4-time champion CT picked America. Bananas, 5-time champions, 8-time like he's been in the finals 8 times, he's won 5 of them. Izzy. Ashley picked Cedric because the UK Alliance. Cara Maria picked Gabe because he's muscular. She thought, well, if this is like, a physical challenge or something, because TJ said they won't be racing, right? That he'd be a good asset. Derek, that's a 3-time winner, I believe, chose blue. Derek with the blonde hair chose Tay. Turbo, he's like, well, I want Nika. And TJ said, why do you want her? And Turbo said, she hot looking, she cute. Avia chose Jake. Vanessa chose Justin. Sydney chose Phil. Sydney likes Phil. She said, I think he's hot. But she said, I gotta watch myself because he's with Olivia. Olivia overheard that. She's like, hey, if you come out to my man, we got issues. Just letting you know. Olivia then chose Will. Naya chose Ben. Nanya chose Leah. And it was down to Leroy. He had to choose between D, the rookie, or the one that had the one all warm out Adia because her partner went home last week. He chose D because he thought Adia, your partner went home, you have a single elimination, but still your partner went home, and you really haven't shown much to me why I would want to pick you as a partner. So TJ said Adia could do the challenge, but she's going to have no partner to help her out. So the challenge was coast to coast. 4 Doom Buggies hit the racetrack. A black one, a red one, a green one, a blue one. And they would race around the racetrack and jump over, jumps. The other players will be in the center of the racetrack, so when they drive by, jumping over them, underneath each Doom Buggy is symbols that match the color of the Doom Buggy. There's a big giant wheel. Each player has a wheel, and the symbols all messed up. So you gotta watch the Doom Buggy jump over you while you're down in the middle of the pit. Memorize the symbols, match them on the wheel, and the first 4 teams to make it get points. The winning team gets an advantage, and the last team that comes in last place goes right into elimination. So the challenge starts, and Olivia, it feels like, hey, look, they told their partners. One of you watches, say, the blue card. Memorize those symbols. Or we'll watch, the green one. Memorize those symbols. And then when they went to the wheel, Olivia will work on her card, while her partner will work on the other card. Some people started noticing, hey, that's going to work, right? So they started doing it. Blue told Derek, no, we're just going to focus on one card, wait for it to come around the track, jump over us, memorize the symbols, and do it one card at a time. By the card. Derek didn't want to do that, and they were taking forever, right? Because Blue, that was her game plan. And Derek said, look, everybody's beating us. Look at Tobo and Lakia. Their wheel is almost complete. He said, we've been at it for 40 minutes. We ain't got shit all enough for basically the symbols are all messed up. He said, screw your plan. I'm not being disrespectful, but you're the focus on the blue card, I'm going to focus on the green card. Blue took a fit, and she's the newbie, the rookie. And she actually sat down in the dirt and refused to go help Derek unless he listened to the way she wanted to do it. So Derek's like, fine, we'll just do it your way. And Derek knew right then, we're going to be last place. Sure enough, it took an hour for all the teams to complete the challenge. And Derek and Blue came in last place. But Adia also came in last place because she didn't have no partner. So she was going back and forth by herself trying to complete her will. So she came in last place. TJ looked at the time and they basically tied at the same time. So both of them would be going into elimination. Tobo and Akia came in first place because Tobo realized, hey, the wheel is like a mirror. One side of these symbols matches the other side on the wheel. And then the green matches the red symbols, the blue matches the black symbols. He realized that, so that's how they got the wheel done first. Olivia and Will came in second. Way to go, I'm a huge fan of Olivia. CT, big fan of CT when he stopped being cocky and that. And America came in third place, so they high-fived each other. Leroy D came in fourth. And after those first 4 teams were done, TJ blew the whistle. It's okay, those 4 teams have won, but the rest of you would keep going, and don't try and come in last place. So, after the challenge, everybody went back to the condo, rest up, had some supper, and then they went out to a club and party. Now, stuff got interested in the club. Johnny Bananas likes Dee. He likes her a lot, right? So he starts flirting with her. He doesn't know that Will and Dee are boyfriend and girlfriend. So Will comes to Johnny Bananas like, hey, you're hitting on my woman. Hey man, I did not know she was with you. I apologize. I didn't know you guys were a couple. My bad. Will forgive them. Then, off camera when they have like a pro or rookie talking to you with nobody else around, Bananas knew. He knew Will was her girlfriend. He was just flirting with Dee to get under Will's skin because Theo, Olivia, Will, Dee, Sydney, I think it's Jake, and somebody else is part of the UK Alliance. So he was trying to cause a wedge between the UK Alliance. That's why he was doing it. That's sneaky Bananas for you, folks. CT was talking to Tobro, and he said, hey man, look, I know you and Jordan has beef from previous years. He said, I got no beef with you, man. He said, I respect you as a competitor. And Tobro appreciated that, hearing that coming from CT, right? He said, so how about this? He said, how about he called Derek over. Not Derek the blonde hair, the other Derek. He said, the 3 of us, he said, we work it. He said, so the 3 of us make it to the finals. We don't know how many teams are going to be in the finals yet, but we will help each other out. And the challenges, and that he said, we could just coast this to the end. So they all shook on that. So now we got CT, Derek, and Tobo forming an alliance. Then Tobo goes to tell us Bananas, and Bananas wants a part of that alliance. And CT Derek, we'll get back to you on that, because you got an alliance of Evie and Anya. At the club, Justin, who was ticked off the last episode, Derek the blonde hair voted him in, and he won and sent the Rogan home, but he was mad because he said, I will not vote you in the elimination. And Derek told him, look, my best friend, he said, outside of this game is Carl Maria. We're like this, man. We're like brother and sister, he said. I was going to send her in elimination. He said, how was I supposed to know it was not going to be a team elimination? It was just a male elimination because of the coin flip, right? He said, I didn't know that. He said, to elimination count. He said, so chill out. You got to understand, you're new here. I've been here 5 times, he said. I've won it once. I like to win one again. He said, I come into finals a lot. He said, but he said, Carl Maria is like a sister to me. I was going to send her into elimination. Justin, as a new rookie, he's not understanding any of this. He's just mouthing off. And he's basically taking off Derek. Derek ends up leaving and goes to the bar and gets some drinks. Then later on, everybody's talking. Suddenly, Derek with the blonde hair and Cedric are having a beef. Come find out, Cedric noticed Derek was getting drunk and put his bar tab on Derek's bar tab because he didn't want to pay for his tab. Derek, drunk, realized there shouldn't be that much. So they started shoving at each other, and everybody, Vanessa and everybody got between them, and everybody's like, look, we'll all chip in and pay for your tab, Cedric. Because come find out, each of them have so much money to bring with them to spend on drinks and that and stuff at the club. Well, Cedric realized, I'm spending a lot of money on drinks here, so he purposely tried to get the bar tab passed over to someone else. So the next day, everybody's at the condo and they're talking. There's some alliances happening. Like the UK Alliance is talking, Bananas group's talking, the other groups are talking. TJ shows up. And TJ's okay, he said. Now, we got to find out who's going to face Derek and Blue in elimination. He said, now, Idea's also is going to elimination. He said, so how it's going to work is, Tobo and Lakia, since you came in first place, you can select one team of all the other teams. That team is going into elimination. So instead of saving a team like they did last week, when Bananas and his team partner won, this week it's you pick a team to go elimination. So Tobo and Lakia chose Tay and I'm trying to figure out her partner and blonde hair Derek. That was the third team to go elimination. So elimination came, so we had both Dereks with Blue and Tay and Idea by herself. TJ flips the coin. This time it lands on Tails, so it's a Widdom's elimination. So both Derek's like, whew, good, we're safe, okay. And then TJ said, now, this elimination is 2 on 2. So one of you will win them, he said, can be saved. He said how that'll work is the rest of the cast, contestants, can vote which one of you they want to save. And everybody realized Adia did the best she could at the daily challenge by herself without a partner, even though she struggled. So they took basically pity on her and saved her. So we have Blue and Tay in the elimination. It was called Laser Focus. There was like a sumo ring. And this arena, by the way, is like a Viking arena, battle arena. It's pretty cool. There's like all these like wooden spikes, like shields and all that on the walls. And you go into this big, huge, like wooden arena. Anyway, CT's like, man, it's like back in the Viking days. This is badass. And Tobo's like, I'm digging this. So, laser focus was, there was lasers overhead the two goals. And the laser was like pointing to a spot in the sumo mat ring area. And it was best 2 out of 3 rounds. You run and you basically run to where the laser was, and like the vest they had on, it will light up. And if the laser hit their vest, they get a point. They cannot use their hands, so their hands were handcuffed. And TJ said, now you can trip the other lady, you can tackle her to the ground. He said physical contact is on. He said whatever you got to do to stop them from getting that point with that laser. The first round, Tay just outsmoked Blue. There would be 12 lasers pointing down. She got 10 out of 12. So the second round started. Blue realized Tay spent all her energy at the first round and she was slowing down. Outran her and won by like 2 points. So tiebreaker round because Tay won the first round, Blue won the second. The third round came in, man, let me tell you, it got physical. Tay sweep tagged her right down. She landed right in the sand in the sumo place, face first. Blue ended up just like taking her elbow and smacking her right underneath the chin of Tay. And CT's like, whoa, right? Like, I know physical contact, but jeez. And then Giant Banana's like, man, I'm loving this. And at one point, the laser hit a spot in the ring. Both women ran at it. Tay actually tackled the Blue right out of the sumo ring. So Tay blew the horn. He's like, okay, get back in the ring. Blue's like, whoa. And they showed the replay. Tay came at her like a football, like quarterback, man. Just coming full steam ahead to take her right out. She won that. She got the point. Because she won that vest to light up from the laser, right? So the third round ends, and Tay won it by 5 extra points more than Blue. And at the end of Blue's like, nice tackle. Tackle me right out of that pit, like the sumo thing there. Because it was like a big giant ring, like a sumo mat, that's what I'm trying to say. And Tay had a bloody lip because when Blue elbowed her underneath the chin. This show, man, they had bruises and cuts. Blue's knees were messed up. Like, there was a lot of, like, cuts and dings on those. After the elimination, Blue got a chance to say goodbye to everybody. And TJ asked her, what would you have done differently? She said, I would not part up both Dereks. And because last week's episode, she was with one Derek. And last night, she was with the other Derek. Because she got to choose who to pick. So Derek Blonde-Hair's like, well, it's not my bad. Like, we lost. And the other guy's like, it's not my, it's not my fault either. We lost the week before, right? Like, and then TJ said, okay, no more partners. He said, now there'll be partners next week. You're going to switch it up again. And everybody was leaving. Idea's like, hopefully, she said, now that it's even the game, Mel's gone and Wardham's gone. She said, I might have a partner. And Tay's like, yeah, well, we're even numbers now, so there will be even amount of people. So there won't be nobody by themselves. Next week's episode is Showdown preview of it coming. It looks intense, especially the daily challenge. And TJ say something, I don't like cheaters. So maybe next week is the episode where he catches somebody cheating, because that's one of the rules is if you cheat, you're out. You're gone. You're kicked off the show. Or that's the show like a preview leading up to the next episode. Because one season they did that. TJ called everybody's attention. He said, I don't like cheaters. There was 2 of you. And then it said to be continued. And they had to wait the next week to find out what the punishment was. And they got sent home and they didn't like it. But hey, you don't cheat, right? And I'm curious because I remember that season how they cheated was like the guy wrote on his arm. What it was like a trivia, and 2 enter a room and had go hit of the other team, and then they exit the room and the other team will go in and try to beat that team in trivia. And he kind of wrote answers and tried to tell the other person like, hey, like for instance, when you get to this question, the answer is this. Don't choose this multiple choice answer. Choose this one. And because all the trivia's questions were the same for everybody. Basically what I'm trying to get at is say Johnny Bananas went in with someone and he took on CT and somebody, for instance, right? And that round's over. Whoever won will go to the winner's part, and then 2 more teams will enter, and it'd be the same set of questions for everybody. So I forget who it was, but he wrote the answers on the arm because he lost. So when he went out, he showed the answers to his friend, and when she went in, I remember that she was getting all these answers right after the other, and then they showed the cameras he had written on the arm afterwards, and it purposely helped her to try to cheat to win, so he kicked him and her both off. But the partners they were with were allowed to stay because they weren't a part of the cheating. Oh, that's there you have, folks. So Rogan's the first man gone. Blue is the second one of them gone. So pros left and the rookies left. Already, this contestant show. And TJ still has not announced how much money they're fighting for. He just said, I'm just telling you, it's a lot of money. And some seasons it's $500,000, it's $1 million, it's $300,000. It's $400,000 split 4 ways. That's like $100,000 per person. So I'm curious how much money this season is for the winners. And everybody's wondering how many people can make it to the finals, because last season it was 4-man and 4 win 'em. The season before that it was 2-man and 2 win 'em. The season before that was 4 teams and all that. So everybody's wondering is it going to be say 4 teams? Is it going to be 3 teams? Is it going to be just 2 teams? Nobody knows. That's what I like for the challenge too. You don't know until the very last episode before the finale. You find out how many teams are making into the final, how many people. They'll have folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.